Welcome, Rachel Brown. We wanted to get you on, Rachel, because we know that you are a massive fan of the Collagen Elixir and a really great advocate for the product as well too, because you look amazing. You're a mum of 4 boys and someone that's been around Isagenix circles for 7 years. So yeah, we just wanted to get you on and to have a quick discussion about why you think the Elixir is such a wonderful product and why it is that you love to recommend it. Welcome, firstly.
Thanks, Lockie. It's great
Yeah.
to be here. And look, collagen is my all-time favorite product, and I've been using it for about, I think, 5 years. I think that's how long it's been in Australia. Whenever it first came out, I jumped on board straight away. I'd done a little bit of research into why you need to take collagen as you age and realize that, after about age 20, you lose about 1% of your collagen a year. And then by the time you get to 40, you pretty much have very little or none left. And,
Yeah.
the idea for me of growing older is still being active. And as you said, I've got 4 sons. I don't have grandchildren yet, but I want to be active and around and still capable of functioning and feeling good about myself and being confident as I age. And one of the ways you can do that is by supplementing collagen, because collagen is in every part of our body. We don't realize just about every cell has collagen in it. So it's not just for your skin and your hair and your joints. It's, people don't realize your gut lining as well has collagen in
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
all of those things will work correctly if you're supplementing with the right type of collagen, which is exactly what Isagenix provides.
And that's the real key, isn't it, too, Rach? Because I think people will hear little tidbits, little snippets of, oh, don't you know that when you take certain collagen, it just sort of goes straight through you and it doesn't absorb? And the concern is then if you hear that, you think, well, is what I'm actually taking going to work? Is it actually doing something? Because there is a lot of products out there that might claim, yes, this is a great quality product, but it doesn't transfer in the results. And I think the cool thing about this product is that there is a market difference where you can see when people are taking it. It's one of those products that I really enjoy seeing. Someone who's been on it for 6 months, it's almost hard to place. There's this sort of a different glow about them that you can really sense. Would you agree? Like, it's
Oh,
it's very
absolutely.
different.
Yeah,
I take it,
totally.
by the way, for the guys out there. I take it and have taken it probably the same amount of time that you have, Rachel. I've always got it in my fridge,
Yeah.
and who knows what works the best in our whole suite of different supplements. But I know for sure that particularly after 40, it becomes very important with being able to maintain the right collagen levels, because I think a lot of people don't realize as well, collagen, if you think of it like glue, right, it's sort of binding everything together. When that starts to fade, everything starts to kind of to sag and to kind of, and that's where oftentimes those telltale signs of people looking older will often translate to, hey, yeah, they're probably now starting to have very low levels of collagen within their body, particularly, and where we notice it the most, the skin and namely the face. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
something that it's the race against trying to make sure that we can maintain as healthy and as plump face and skin as we possibly can. It makes a difference.
Yeah, totally. And it's interesting that you mentioned that it's like glue. I think of it like scaffolding a little bit for your
Yeah.
entire body, because it just keeps everything together, not just your skin. It works from the inside out. So it is
Yeah.
absolutely one of those non-negotiables for me. And I think too, because I've been on it for so long, I didn't actually realize how good it was. And well, I did know it was good, but I got a real shock when I went overseas for 4 weeks because I didn't take it with me. I took just about every other product I could with me, but my suitcase was already overloaded. So I went overseas for 4 weeks, didn't take the collagen with me. And I was kind of like, oh, it'll be okay, it'll be fine. And then about 2 weeks in to the holiday, my partner said to me, what is wrong with your legs? And I said, what do you mean, what's wrong with my legs? And he said, your skin's really crazed and dry. And then I had a closer look at myself in the mirror as well. And I'm thinking, oh my God, my skin is just so dry. And I just feel like, I don't know if you've seen that Demi Moore movie, Substance, but I felt like I was aging before my eyes. And and it was then I realized that the collagen is doing so much, and I don't even realize it's doing what it's doing until you go off it. And then you think, oh my goodness, I had no idea. So obviously, as soon as I got back to Australia after being away for 4 weeks, I was like triple dosing the stuff because I would need to get back to where I was. So yeah, and it is so much better than other products on the market. And that's the thing about Isagenix. They do the research, they put the science behind it, and they don't put anything out that's not the best of the best. And that's what this is, and the science proves that, the before and afters, you can see it, but it's also the science, which I really love that part of it. Because I don't want to spend money and put something into my body that hasn't been proven, and I know it works, and it absolutely does. And it is certainly compared to other products on the market, there's so much collagen out there, but it's not the real stuff. It doesn't get to where it needs to be. It doesn't get through your stomach lining into your bloodstream to actually do what it needs to do. So it's just fantastic, and I'll never stop taking it.
And when you say as well that Isagenix does their research, the one thing that I've always been really impressed about is the combination of the different ingredients that they add to enhance that main ingredient. So in the collagen, they've got zinc, vitamin C, you got the biotin, etc., that are all perfectly placed to be able to allow the collagen to go to work. And that's an important part, like you said, to be able to push through that stomach lining into the bloodstream so that it can go to work and do its thing. And I think in an age where people are shopping so much on numbers, they just think that maybe more of something is better. They often don't realize that you're much better off being able to have a small amount of something that would actually do its job and be made available to the body, rather than just trying to flood the body filled with one ingredient. So the real tricky part is what is going to be that best combination. I think they've done that perfectly, and it tastes good. It's not like it's not a hold your nose type supplement. No. Where you just think, oh, this is for my health. This is for my health. It's actually really, really tasty. So it's very easy to find yourself, searching for it in the morning, because it's a lovely little, little hit of goodness first up. So keeping consistence an easy bet, but you got to be careful with this product, because if you do offer it to other people, your stores will go quickly, because if you've got it in the house, etc., because people get quite hooked on it, don't they? It's a wonderful product like that. Yeah,
totally. And I was a bit worried when I first started taking it, because it's marine collagen, and I thought, is it going to taste like fish? Because I don't know if I could slam down something that tasted fishy every day.
Fishy.
I'm not a fan of fish, but it doesn't at all. It's the, I think it's the acerola berry and the goji berries, and that flavor comes through, and it just tastes like a little, a little nice kind of fruity drink. And you do look forward to it, I think, because it does taste so nice. But not only that, it actually works. It's not just a little shot that tastes nice. It's doing what you want it to do, which is so important. As I said before, you don't want to be spending money and putting something into your body that is not doing what it's supposed to do. It needs to work for it to be effective and for you to keep taking it. And this certainly does, really does work. I went to the hairdresser yesterday, actually, and my hairdresser was saying to me, my goodness, your hair has grown so much. And when I had the 4 boys, I lost a lot of my hair, and my collagen stores were pretty low, and it took a long time for my hair to grow just normally. Like it would just take so long. And my hairdresser said to me yesterday, my goodness, your hair has grown so much in the last 5 years. And that's exactly when I started taking the collagen. And I said, I know, and it's obviously from the collagen. I haven't done anything else. Nothing's changed. It's just a really effective way to get things back on track again, and that's exactly what it's done for me. But yeah, the hair growth has been one really noticeable thing that I can really pinpoint to people that is as a result of that.
And it's one of those products as well too, Rach, where you feel that even if people aren't necessarily completely excited about the Isagenix system, the 30-day program, for instance, to get started, they might like something like the collagen just to test the water on things. And if you had this before where people kind of go, oh, look, I'll give it a try and see how we go. And then all of a sudden they've now been exposed to our other products and things that they can choose from. But because they're so impressed with this product, like there's businesses within Isagenix, for instance, that people just focus on the collagen. It's almost like its own separate sort of focus for a lot of people, just because they know how much it works and how much people really love and enjoy it. So it's a really great headlining product. And I think sometimes when you are searching for supplements, often people will ask, well, which one is best? Or, what does the most amount of work, which one's going to make me feel the best? And when you've got a system like Isagenix, where there's so many different components that sort of fit perfectly together, it's often much easier to go, well, it's the system that is going to work. But if they were wanting better skin health, if they wanted to, improve their hair, nails, skin, have a better ability to hold that firmness in their skin and how they look and that beautiful glow that we mentioned before, this is a wonderful entry as well too into that potential for the products, that people could have with our products. Don't you think? It's it's do you lead with this product? Is that something that's probably one of the main things that you do?
Yeah, look, I do. I go through sort of stages where I talk about the 30-day reset and the 14-day reset, and then I sort of flip it and I start talking about collagen, because I find that there's two different types of people out there. And there's also probably a third that wants the whole thing, but there's people that are really focused on their weight. That seems to be like something they're really focused on right now, and there's others that are like, I don't like how I look. I don't like how my skin looks and how my skin feels. And they're really interested in the collagen. So the people that may be like, no, I think my health's okay. I'm all sorted. I eat clean. I'm all good. I'm fine. So those people aren't really interested at this point in time. They might change in the future in perhaps doing the system. But there is people out there that are really, really interested in just the collagen. So I do try to lead with a bit of both, but I will, at the moment, I'm really talking about collagen in the lead up to Christmas, particularly. Because everybody, if you go to any beautician, that's when they get really busy to lead up to Christmas, because people are thinking about their families and, I'm going to have to expose my skin and I want to look and feel good. And the great thing about our collagen, you can go to a beautician and have, treatments done, all kinds of things, but that's only on your face. You can't do a treatment on your entire body. And that's what collagen does. So it actually helps your hands, your knees, your elbows, skin, on your entire body. So when you are going into the beach and getting in your bikini or your tops or whatever, you feel confident because your whole body looks good. You know that your skin's moisturized. You don't have to worry about it. It's, it just evens things out. And that's what I really like about it, is it's just your whole body is impacted by the collagen, not just your face, not just your hair, not just your hands.
Yeah, such a good point. Such a good point. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And obviously,
Sure.
we love that you're such a great advocate for the products, and a great example as well too. And so thank you so much for joining us. And if one thing that you could say to describe the effects and the potential for this particular product, what would you say, Rachel? How would you
Oh,
describe it?
oh my goodness.
It'd be great.
I would just say, if you want the confidence, if you want the glow, if you want the feeling of exuberance that a healthy body gives you, then get onto the collagen, because it is the best product on the market. I know I probably can't say that effectively or without, caveats, but it is the best of the best. And if you're not using it, you really need to get on it, because you'll notice a big difference straight away, or within a couple of weeks of using it, you'll start to notice the changes.
Amazing. And it's something I thought of then, Rachel, that something you've probably seen as well is, and I find myself as a trainer, as a fitness person, a lot of the time my focus would often go straight to, I need to get the person's diet right, I need to get their training right, let's do everything together. But from what I've learned over the years, particularly within Isagenix, is that if people are starting to feel better about themselves, if they're liking the way that they look, if they feel more confident and comfortable, they're a lot more inclined to pull all the other pieces together. So it can be a really great catalyst for all of those things to start to come about when they're feeling really good about themselves. So yeah, it's a nice add to it. So awesome. Well, thank you so much again. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.